this is Erik Rieger from the VMware booth. I'd like to give you a little overview of the demos we have here on the booth. But before we start our little walk through the demos, I'd like to give you an overview of all the SAP use cases we have. Because it's not all about HANA, we have much more than HANA. So we are able to virtualize all SAP classic applications. So we are fully supported with vSphere 5.5 and vSphere 6 in all production environments. But it's not only the hypervisor we are going to virtualize, we have also solutions like vSAN. So with vSAN is ready for all the standard SAP applications. We have a very high performant environment, an elastic environment on the storage side as well, and not only on the compute side. Besides this, we have again the HANA story. So all the HANA deployment options are supported and available and ready for vSphere 5.5. And as of yesterday, we have even the vSphere 6 support, 8-socket support, single VM support is available and ready. We are meeting the SAP HANA KPIs, and that means you are now able to deploy a HANA on a standardized, unified landscape based on VMware vSphere. All the SAP, let's say features, all features from VMware can get used with the VMware features like vMotion, like replication, like VMware HA. VMware HA, as an example, allows us to have a unified, highly available solution for all applications. All applications means SAP classic applications, the application server stack, the SAP HANA stack, but also the AnyDBs, as SAP is calling it, like the Microsoft databases. So all could be protected in a highly available manner with the VMware HA solution. Then we have the NS6 solution. The NS6 solution allows us to build up a very secure and layer 2 and upwards network management environment, which allows us, for instance, a hybrid cloud delivery. But also, again, to very securely deploy and operate an SAP HANA environment. This little picture over here shows this, where we have the possibility to have a firewall in front of all the different SAP HANA or non-HANA DBs running. Then we have the automation story. The automation story, which allows you to automate the complete SAP IT service delivery. We are able to build workflows, to have a day zero environment where we install SAP applications, SAP databases, HANA databases from scratch with deploying, for instance, a ASUG or a Red Hat VM and deploying the HANA database on top of it. But not only this day zero deployment, but also the LVM integration. SAP LVM integration means we have a complete lifecycle management. And besides this, we are not stopping at the data center. We also have a solution, the AirWatch solution, which allows us to do the enterprise mobility solution for SAP, where we are able to manage, let's say, content, manage devices, mobile devices, Internet of Things, let's say, endpoint sensors and actors. That's basically all the solutions we have in an SAP environment you can leverage. And I'd now like to go through the booth and show you the different demo stations. So just follow me. So, excuse me, guys.
Yeah.
So that's our vSAN demo station, where we can show you live on stage. If you'd like to come to us, the booth 635, you can see the vSAN demonstration, where we have a live system here based on a 4-socket server, and here we have a benchmark running, or let's say a workload running, where we have very high IOPS loads. In this case, we have around 700 IOPS currently running, but with a throughput of 150 megabytes a second. So if you'd like to hear more, there is TJ. TJ can give you more information. Maybe
yep.
TJ, you say something
right, so
about
this is actually 2 different runs, building about 2 million records. I actually built it, then I removed the table, and then started all over again just to create the graph, and so you can see the IOPS of creation for that large table in the SAP database. And that's it. I mean, you get to see the performance of either machine consumption or the virtual disk itself, and overview of the CPUs being used.
Now the cool thing about the demo is it's really a live demo. So we have the hardware sitting here, and TJ can show you the vSphere environment. He can show you behind the vSphere, the vSync configuration, and how it's really you can integrate it and use it and leverage it for an SAP environment.
Yeah, and if you don't mind, just real quick, walking over here, this is the server. It's a Dell FX2. You might want to come over here and take a look at the blinky lights. It's 4 different modules, and in these modules is about 3.2 terabyte of storage in each one of these. Are all flash drives, and 4 servers inside this box with a network, 10 gig network backplane. So this is all basically a data center in a box that's running the vSAN data store.
Thank you, TJ.
Okay,
that's our next demo station. In this demo station, we demonstrate the day 0 deployment of SAP applications. So it's starting with deploying let's say a bare OS operating system like a SUSE or Red Hat or a Windows VM, where you deploy the SAP application. Here you see a workflow, and that's Grant. Grant can give you more information around our Visualize optimization.
Thank you. Yes. So what we're trying to show here is how to scale up the HANA database, and using VRO and using a blueprint execution, you can see everything from adding disks to powering off the actual VM, changing the memory to increase the memory capacity, restarting the VM, mounting the SAP binaries, obviously allocating the disk before the install, getting the VM ready for the application install, and then configuring the HANA database install, which takes about 6 hours. So this is all completely automated, and we run customers through that process to show them that it is very possible of doing, especially with HANA being somewhat of a difficult application to install by hand.
Okay, Grant, super, thanks. Okay. Let's go to the other stations. Okay, that's the third station we have on the booth. That's the station around automation and lifecycle management, where we have a demo around the LVM integration, the SAP Landscape Visualization Manager. And here's Josh. Josh can give you a detailed information on how this integration is done and what you can see on this demo pool.
Absolutely, thanks Eric. So I guess one of the impetus behind the automation kind of essentially drove from SAP workloads now from just last year. It's grown to over 45% on non-production workloads being virtualized, and about 35%, close to 35% on production workloads being virtualized. So what we see here is, and this is in order to essentially harness between what we have from vRealize automation and also the LVM, the Landscape Virtualization Manager, where we consider some of the key day 0, day 1, and day 2 operation capabilities that are able to get automated. So essentially, from a VM provisioning to OS installation, it takes about weeks to, if not months, but now we are able to bring it down to about a matter of minutes. And also in terms of day 1, where we typically kind of being able to scale and having non-production workloads in the QA environment, in the test environment, be able to then promote it to the production environment. And then day 2, where we bring and harness our functionality along with in terms of operation capability with monitoring and other additional functionality that essentially be able to transform truly how a SAP workload will be able to run. So some of the automation features and also that we are able to consider continuing on, it really helps the customer, and we are here truly to delight the customers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then we go to the last station. So on this station we have AirWatch. AirWatch is our enterprise mobility solution. And with this we can, let's say, not only manage devices but also content. But Lucas here is here more or less to answer all your questions you have. And he might give you the details. So Lucas, maybe you give us a short information what you are presenting here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Eric. So at this booth, we're showcasing, all our productivity apps, such as our really slick email client, Boxer, our collaboration tools, such as our Content Locker app, as well as SocialCast, our Workspace ONE product, which enables single sign-on into all your applications, and really showcasing all the tools that you need to increase your employee productivity, as well as create this digital workspace on any device and any application. And in addition to all of that, we're also showcasing our integrations with some of the SAP applications such as SuccessFactors to showcase how AirWatch plus SuccessFactors can enable seamless user configuration as well as trusted device access to only be able to access those apps on secured and managed devices. So definitely come over and check us out.
Perfect, thanks. Thanks, Luxas. So let's go back to the central page we have. So just to conclude, so all these different use cases we have more or less on our booth at ACP, ACP SAPPHIRE, and we just go from the ACP Classic application over virtualizing HANA to all the ACP VMware usable features, from NSX to the automation and the end user management. So it's basically from ACP client over the data center into the cloud. So with these VMware technologies, we allow you now, we are the enabling technology which allows you to go beyond the on-premise data center and allow you to deploy your solutions in a hybrid cloud delivery. With this, I'd like to end this little walkthrough through our booth, through our demos, and I hope you find this information useful, and I hope you find time to come tomorrow to us to get more details. Thank you.